This Saturday is National Medication Take Back Day, and the City of Boise's Curb It program is working with the Boise Police Department to provide an easy one-stop opportunity to safely dispose of your unused prescription drugs. Stacy Olache with the City of Boise Public Works and Sergeant Joe Martinez with the Boise Police Department joining us now to talk about Saturday's event and the importance of disposing of your medication safely. Thank you both so much for joining us. Sergeant, we'll start with you from a public safety perspective. Why is it important for people to get rid of those unused or unwanted prescriptions?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, from public safety side of things, we're mainly just wanting to make sure that these medications don't get into the wrong hands.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, obviously, people keeping their cabinets locked or different things like that or hidden is always worthwhile. But once we're done with that medication, getting that someplace safe to something like this and to where it doesn't get into the wrong hands, be it kids or grandkids or something like that, it's always a good thing to do.
Gotcha. So, Stacy, why not just flush it or throw it away? Why are events like this important?
That's a great question. So, if you flush it down the toilet or you throw it in your garbage, you're just going to end up polluting the water and the soil.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, so it'll just end up in a landfill, and then you don't necessarily want that.
Right.
So, Sergeant, tell me about the event on Saturday. What's going to be going on there?
Absolutely. So our event in Boise is taking place at City Hall West, which is 333 Markstall Place, right near Emerald and Maple Grove. It's going to run from 10 to 2. And we're going to have a few officers there that are going to be collecting medications, that's prescriptions or even over-the-counter drugs, and it could even be pet medications. We're not necessarily taking needles and inhalers and things like that, but any medication or over-the-counter medication, they're welcome to bring down, and it's basically a drive-through. We're not even going to ask for a tip. So.
But if you want to provide a tip, I mean, to each his own. Does it need to be in certain bags, in the bottles, or can it just sort of be loose?
No, they can just bring it loose. Just bring it. I mean, obviously, if you have it in the bottles or bags, that's totally fine.
Keep it in that,
yeah. I mean, obviously, prescriptions should be in a bottle, but we're not taking IDs or anything. Just bring the medications and stuff, and we'll take it and get it disposed of safely.
Fantastic. Stacy, if people can't make it down, what should they do?
If you can't make it down on Saturday, then I would recommend you go to the City of Boise website, and we have a site locator on there. And you go to that link, and by zip code, it will tell you all the sites you can drop off your medication closest to you.
Okay, fantastic. So you have sites, are they running all the time or just in certain spots at certain times?
All the time. There's sites all over the valley, yeah.
Fantastic. Why is this important to the City of Boise to make sure this stuff doesn't end up in landfills or in the wrong hands?
For us, really, it's just about, for Public Works, where I'm at, it's really about water safety. We don't want to we just don't want it flushed, because if it gets in that water, water facilities are not always the best at getting all the pharmaceuticals out, and so it can go into our drinking water.
Interesting. And as you talked about for public safety, just sort of getting it out of circulation, making sure it's not sort of a temptation for maybe someone to get hooked, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's always a factor to consider. We don't want it getting into the wrong hands and getting somebody hooked on something they shouldn't be.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Saturday, City Hall West, 10 to 2. There's the information. For more information, go to curbitboise.org. Thank you all so much. Back with more news at noon after this.